Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to Pick and Day number 29. It is August 29th, 2025. We're doing our favorite 31 lead singers, vocalists, frontmen, frontwomen who also regularly play an instrument and do both really, really well. Right? That's kind of like the theme here. Good singing, good playing, right? Doing double duty, contributing mightily to the music of the band that they are in the studio, on the stage, singing, playing guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, xylophone, violin, theremin, whatever it might be. They do it great. Today, for some of you may remember yesterday, I mentioned I was going to make Rob Lasante very happy today. Probably other people too, because this is a guy who wasn't on my original list, and he was in my honorable mentions. And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, well, he's a damn good guitar player. And he's an amazing singer. He's got one of the most unique vocal styles that I've heard in the last 25 years in the metal realm, progressive metal, gothic metal, power metal, whatever you want to call the music of the band that he's in. He's actually in two bands now because he joined another band a couple of years ago. Let me bring to the stage from Sweden, Tom S. England from, of course, Evergrey, and also from Redemption now, right? Because he's also the singer in Redemption. This doesn't play guitar in Redemption, which I think is kind of strange. But in Evergrey, of course, he's lead and rhythm guitar, mostly rhythm guitar, but he does play leads as well. But he's the main singer, and what a voice! What a voice this guy has. Anybody who's familiar with the music of Evergrey, his emotional, powerful, and haunting vocal delivery. It's so unique. It's so melodic and so Tom England, like to the point where, and I've talked about this before, it's like when he joined Redemption, because his vocals are so distinct and they're so tied to the music of Evergrey, that when he joined Redemption, to me, the vocals are still great, but all of a sudden Redemption doesn't sound like Redemption anymore. They sound like Evergrey. That's how distinct his vocal style is. And the music of Evergrey, they don't sound like anybody else. When they came on the scene, I was kind of like, wow, this is unique. This is original. This is very cool. Again, it's heavy, it's metal, but it's prog metal, it's power metal, it's gothic metal, all kind of swirled up together into one. And it's just the music of Evergrey, just so good. And he's amazing. One of the great singers in metal over the last, like I said, 25 years. So let's talk about favorite albums. I mean, here there's again, there's no wrong answer here. It's like all these albums feature amazing vocals from him and his, very, very cool riffs and things. And yeah, it just, he's a special musician. So I kind of went with, without like thinking about it too much, I went with what generally I regard as my three favorite Evergrey albums, right? I'm gonna go back to the second album, Solitude, Dominance, and Tragedy. I mean, I remember when the first two albums came out, I was like, I bought both of them from Ken Golden back in the late '90s, and I was kind of like, holy shit, love this band. Just this is so cool because again, it's prog metal, but there's all these other things going on, and there's loads of atmosphere, and there's gothic overtones, and sometimes it's kind of power metal, but it's just so Swedish sounding and so full of despair, but yet really melodic and just amazing guitar work and just the right amount of keyboards and just yeah, those vocals. Oh, but just some great songs. I mean, Solitude Within is a killer track. Nosferatu is on here as well. So many other great songs. When Darkness Falls is killer. Words Mean Nothing. Oh, so good. Not a bad track on here. Just powerful, powerful, powerful stuff that just is held up really, really well. And then next up, I'm going to go with In Search of Truth. You know, Evergrey to me has never really released a bad album. They've got maybe one or two albums that are not quite hitting the mark of some of the other stuff. And you could make the argument, I've done it myself, that in over the last decade or so, they crank out albums almost every year, if not every year, every other year. And there's a formula, right? It's like you really know what you're going to get with every Evergrey album. There's really no big surprises. However, what you get is always top notch and high quality. It's just that they got so many albums, and it's like they don't really deviate from the formula all that much. So I can see why some people are kind of like, yeah, it's like they're one of those bands that kind of keep making sort of the same album over and over again, as good as they are. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the early part of the catalog, because the early part of the catalog is when this style was like so fresh, and every album was like something you waited for, and it came out and you were like, oh, not disappointed at all. I really I dug the first album. I loved the second album, and then when this third album came out, I was kind of like, all right, this is just amazing. I mean, the master plan is on here, rulers of the mind, watching the sky, the encounter, the mark of the triangle is so good. The chorus is killer. The chugging riffs so good. Dark waters so good. Yeah, this at many times I've stated that this is my favorite Evergrey album all these years later. But then you've got Recreation Day, which is also top of the line when it comes to this band. The Great Deceiver, As I Lie Here Bleeding. Man, that vocal. So good. The title track, what a chugging great song that is. The haunting melancholy of I'm Sorry. So good. Blinded. Amazing. Your Darkest Hour, Unforgivable. Madness Caught Another Victim. So good. And you know what's really great is when you listen to the live album that came out not long shortly after this, and it contains like all the best versions or all the best songs from this first little handful of albums, and the live versions are killer, as good, if not better than the studio versions. Amazing. I remember when that live album came out, I played that over and over and over and over again. I'm like, oh, these songs sound so great live. And I only had the opportunity to see them once. I saw them open up for it was Children of Bodom and Evergrey and wait, well, so no, it was Iced Earth, Children of Bodom, and Evergrey at BB King's in New York City back in whatever year that was, 2005, 6, 7, I don't know, something like that. And I remember how blown away I was by Evergrey. All three bands were great that night, but man, that was the first time seeing Evergrey finally, and it was I haven't seen him since, so I only caught him that one time. So good. So yeah, those are my three picks. I'm gonna go with Recreation Day, Search of Truth, and Solitude, Dominance, and Tragedy. Three killer albums from Evergrey, from the early part of their catalog. They're amazing, and of course, they got that great logo on all of them. I love that. So, but really, there's no wrong answer when it comes to Evergrey and Tom England, because his fantastic riffing and occasional leads and amazing vocals are splattered all across the entire catalog. So it all kind of depends on when you came in, what you prefer. All the newest stuff is really good too. Like I said, I like it all, but I got to lean towards my three absolute favorites from the early part of the catalog when I first started getting into them. So that's my pick for today. Tom England from Evergrey. Let us know what you think of the man from Sweden down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. We only got 2 more days, folks. Tomorrow and Sunday. I think it's safe to say we've got two guitar players and singers coming up. One's from Ireland, one's from Canada. I'm not going to say any more. Stay tuned tomorrow for one of them. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support, folks. It's greatly appreciated, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the review crew coming up on Saturday, tomorrow. We've also got ranking the albums of Fastway on Sunday. So a few more things happening this weekend, and you might get a couple other stuff as well. Oh, also next episode of What Is It on Sunday evening. So we're going to be talking about the music and the career and the albums of Styx, okay, where they kind of fit in this world of music we talk about all the time. So that's coming up with the crew on What Is It Sunday. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. And you know what? That we might even air that on Saturday. I'm trying to, no, we got the review crew on Saturday. Yeah, it's probably going to air Sunday evening. We'll probably do that air it before Grant Arthur does his listening room over on Grant's Rock Warehouse. So probably like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday evening. So yes, that's all coming up this weekend. So see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.